Tonight, a judge sentenced a Spokane man convicted of sexually abusing 3 children. How long he'll spend behind bars.
As we start to round out our week, we're looking at more rain moving into our forecast, but we are looking at some breaks as well. Everything coming up, your full forecast.
Plus, in a KREM 2 News exclusive, as many longtime leaders begin to retire from the KDA Fire Department, we take a closer look at how the agency will weather the change to keep Idahoans safe. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News. I'm Sydney Schofield. Tonight, a man sentenced to life without parole here in Spokane for sexually abusing 3 young children. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy dug into court documents tonight and brings us the latest.
A Spokane man will spend the rest of his life behind bars with no possibility for release after sexually abusing 3 children in the Northwest. The Spokane County judge sentenced 32-year-old Ryan Herman on Thursday to life without parole for 3 counts of child molestation in the first degree involving 2 brothers. Court documents reveal Herman was a friend of the boys' mother, and he would regularly watch over them in his camper in Medical Lake in 2018. They were both under 10 years old at the time. They go on to say he molested both brothers while they were under his care several times. It wasn't until years later when they told a family member about what happened, who then contacted law enforcement. A criminal history check shows Herman also had prior convictions for rape of a child in the first degree and child molestation in the first degree involving a young girl. Because of this, the state requested he be sentenced to life without parole during his sentencing hearing, arguing he's a repeat offender. The defense requested a lesser sentence, saying he shouldn't be given life without parole for offenses made when he was in his 20s. The judge agreed with the state and sentenced Herman to life in prison, as well as ordering that Herman have no contact with the victims ever again and be registered as a sex offender for life. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
It's time for your Night Beat with a quick look at today's top stories. 3 teens are sitting behind bars tonight, accused of torturing another teen. Court documents show a week ago, a 19-year-old called Spokane police saying he was lured to an apartment on Mayfair Street by Aiden Stoddard, Sean Bauer-Schaefer, and Jules Ocampo. He says he was later dragged inside, tied to a chair, and beaten. He says a knife was held to his throat and guns were pointed at his body and head. Detectives determined probable cause to charge all 3 teens with first-degree kidnapping, first-degree robbery, and second-degree assault. The Spokane County Prosecuting Office clarified that although the defendants are under 18, they are all being tried as adults due to the first-degree kidnapping charge. The Coeur d'Alene Police Department was forced to evacuate today after explosives were brought to the station this afternoon. Police say a demolition crew was working on East Lakeside Avenue when they found more than 6 pounds of blasting caps in a safe in the afternoon. Now, police say the crew brought the explosives to the police department. They secured the blasting caps in the lobby and evacuated the surrounding area out of an abundance of caution. Ramsey Elementary School was also placed on a safety hold. The Spokane Bomb Squad was called in to safely dispose of the explosives. The executive director of a Coeur d'Alene Child Development Center has been sentenced for a Medicaid fraud scheme. According to Attorney General Raul Labrador, 49-year-old Tracy Hofius stole more than $150,000 from 2022 to 2023 at North Star Child Development Center. Over the course of a year, the AG says Hofius was receiving Medicaid funding for services that were not offered at her business. A judge placed Hofius on supervised probation, ordering her to pay about $154,000 in restitution and also serve community service. That's it for your Night Beat. For more on any of these stories, head to our website, krem.com. All right, let's take a break from the headlines and turn our attention to the forecast. KREM 2's Cody Proctor is in for Jeremy Legout tonight, and we are tracking a warm-up, Cody.
That's right, Sydney. And as we head into the next few days, hopefully you enjoy that warm-up. It's looking to be pretty mild for this time of year, but along with that warm-up, we're also seeing some chances for some showers. And I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but it's actually showering right now. We've got plenty of drops of rain happening at this very moment. Thankfully, it's not very heavy, or else I'd need to have an umbrella, or this would be a mess to say the least. But right now, as we take a look outside, we're at 39 degrees over the Spokane Airport. Winds coming out of the southeast at 7 miles per hour. Across our region, mostly into those mid to upper 30s. You can see we're picking up more of those rain showers. I've been tracking that throughout our afternoon and evening. And now it's finally back here in our area. Visibility is still a bit tricky at times. Standpoint now at about a mile of visibility. It's also been watching the situation around Moses Lake and Omak as far as visibility concerns. As we take a look and see that rain moved into our region, we're right in that spot where you still have those chances for that rain to stick with us as we head into much of our overnight hours before we start to look like back off later on this morning. For the next 3 days, expect those highs to be in the mid to upper 40s. We've got that chance of showers in the forecast. What else I'm tracking in your full forecast is coming up later.
Cody, thank you. We've got some terrific news for Gonzaga fans as one of the 2 injured Bulldog key players is set to make his return on Saturday. KREM 2 Sports Director Andrew Quinn joins us now with more on Graham Eke's outlook for the upcoming game against St. Mary's. Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, good evening, Sydney. As St. Mary's brings 2 centers over 7 feet tall to the kennel on Saturday, it is pivotal that Gonzaga has Graham Eke's services. Head coach Mark Few says Eke has practiced the last 2 days and is on track to play Saturday against the Gales. Eke has missed the last 3 games due to right ankle soreness from the medial ankle sprain he suffered at the end of the WSU game on January 15th. He is one of just 2 Zags who logged minutes last season against the Gales, so the team is happy to have its captain back for this weekend's big game.
Credit to him, he's kind of come with the same leadership and spirit, whether he was playing or not playing, just letting us know what he sees on the floor. And then he also talked about how excited he is just to be back out with us. Obviously, he's been in our corner the whole time, but being on the floor is a little bit different. So I think he's excited, just as excited as we are to have him back. So I think it's equal.
Tip-off Saturday at the Kennel is set for around 7:40 p.m. The Gonzaga women visiting San Francisco tonight. This game was wild, tied at 60 with 20 seconds to play until Jaden Hale throws it away. Megan McIntyre takes it coast to coast for the layup to put the Dons up by 2. But with 5 seconds left, Zia Kuso is going to somehow get this ball to Lauren Whitaker with 3 defenders draped all over her, but she still manages to get it to go to tie the game and send it to overtime. In OT, it's Whitaker again. This puts the Zags up by 6 before she fouled out. She had a game-high 17 points. Alcuso would add a big bucket late, and the Zags hold on to knock off San Francisco 74-66. We'll have more sports coming up in just a bit. Sydney, back to you.
Andrew, thank you. Hey, stay with us tonight. The Coeur d'Alene Fire Department preparing for a major leadership change. We spoke exclusively with the department officials to talk about what these changes mean and what's ahead. And brand new tonight, we have your first look at 2 new exhibits at the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture. See what's ahead for art lovers.